Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in Demise, Rise of the Kutan. We're going to be continuing our lore readings with our friend Sticky Fingers. Let's head on in and check out the library. So yeah, let's find out where we were in the story list. We had just gone through all the stones, and we're going to head into the orbs and similar types, the cubes, and then started getting into the artifacts here. And that's going to be the three we're going to cover this time. So yeah. We are going to start with the Bells of Qualish. Appearing more like a knick-knack than a talisman of power, the Bells of Qualish contain the magically trapped antiphony of a resurrect spell. Vigorously shaking the bells will cause one of the clappers to shatter, thereby releasing the sound and recalling the dead character. The Sphere of Seeking. A tiny crystal ball, if one concentrates on the existence of a monster and gazes into the crystal, an impression of where to find the creature will be gained. Orb of Life Domination. Created by Magi, these crystal spheres are indigo in color and are capable of casting the spell Life Domination. The spell is fairly effective, but can only be cast a few times. Sphere of Dislocation. Commonly possessed tools of both explorers and warlocks, these small marble-sized crystal spheres are capable of casting a displacement spell when they are smashed. Sphere of Doom. A gloomy-looking ball of red glass. This sphere is capable of causing a field of shimmering death to radiate forth on command. Spear of Flames. A fairly effective weapon in the hands of a sorcerer. This dark orange sphere is capable of invoking a strong, striking flame on demand. Sphere of Frost. A hard-sized, milky white globe. This sphere will allow a sorcerer to invoke a large hailstorm. I think they mean hand-sized, but it definitely says hard-sized, which is a little weird. That might actually be a typo. Sphere of Harm. This large sphere is made of wildly fractured crystal. By using a small bit of magical power, some magicians are capable of breaking off flakes of crystal that shatter, causing deadly harm when thrown in combat. Sphere of Healing. Particularly prized by Magi, the green rays emitted by a sphere of healing are capable of healing injuries. Each time the power is used, the depth of the green color fades until the crystal is powerless. Sphere of Rulership. A precisely faceted crystal. This sphere will permit a mage to cast soul domination many times before being drained of power. Sphere of Thunder. In the hands of a sorcerer, the electrical discharge can be released from this sphere, can be a deadly weapon. Crystal Ball. 8 inches in diameter, crystal balls are capable of finding lost objects. Cube of Specters. A small crystal cube, when one peers within this, appears to be a captured spirit. By invoking this power of this cube, the spell Soul Domination can be cast. This was what I used to capture that Master Mild with my other party. It's very, very strong. Lightning Cube. Tiny lightning bolts dance around the internal surfaces of this small crystal cube. By holding the cube up, a powerful electrical discharge can be released. Cube of teleporting. Within this crystal cube, a small door continuously appears and disappears. By touching the cube to a wall or the floor, a teleport spell can be invoked. Cube of restoration. A bright white light shines forth from this crystal cube. When touched to an injured being, a powerful restoration spell is cast. Cube of spirits. A small crystal cube. When one peers within, there appears to be a captured spirit. By invoking the power of this cube, the spell Soul Domination can be cast. Cube of bolts. Tiny lightning bolts dance across the internal surfaces of this small crystal cube. By holding the cube up, a powerful electrical discharge can be released. Cube of portals. Within this crystal cube, a small door continuously appears and disappears. Okay, so it's another version of that same one. Okay. Must be the general usage, whereas the other one is probably, if I look at it, just for Explorer and Matt Warlock. So this one will be probably cast at the user spell level. This one would be cast at a fixed level. So this one can get better over time. That's what it means when there's duplicates. And this is the same thing for this Cube of Rejuvenation. It's the same thing as the Restoration, but for general. Cube of Freezing. Inside this crystal cube, a number of ice pellets continuously bounce around. By giving the cube a vigorous shake, a large hailstorm is released. Cube of Flames. Trapped within this crystal cube, burns an eternal fire. By swinging this cube towards the earth, a massive striking flame is released. Cube of Draining. This crystal cube appears to have a moving inky mass within it. By speaking a word of power, a horrific draining touch comes forth from the cube. Cube of Death. Cracked, black, and lifeless. This worthless appearing cube of burned out crystal is one of the more malevolent items that can be found. By unfolding the cube with one's hands, a huge field of impending doom is released. Cube of Domination. This small crystal cube has within it the image of a human brain wrapped in iron chains. By holding this cube in one hand, the spell Domination can be placed upon a chosen target. An additional charm to the crystal restricts its use to one magic user guild only. Hint, it's Magi. So this one is the one that gains levels with the Magi. There's another version of it called Demise down here that has a difference of saying that any that sufficiently experienced users from any guild can wield it. So, which is funny because it's actually not class restricted. So as long as one of your guilds is, they don't have to be like that. Kind of counteracts its description, by the way. So a lot of these are gonna be the same thing. Like if I look at it now, Bitter Cold is like the freezing, but has the same description. Eternal Fire is the same thing, but with Striking Flame. Degradation is the same thing, but for everyone as well for the Draining. And Demise is the same thing as Death over here. And there is another one that's different, the Cube of Souls. A small crystal cube. When one peers within, there seems to be a captured soul. By invoking the power of the cube, the spell Dominate Humanoid can be cast, and this one's cursed. And yeah. Now we'll get into the artifacts. So Key of Opening, a simple key with a rune carved on it. A key of opening is capable of opening magically locked boxes and chests. Dalin's Smile. Created by the mad artificer Dalin, these small discs in the form of a human smile are highly prized by townsmen for the enchantment they contain to make one feel good. While this isn't of great importance to self-reliant adventurers, those of lesser stature, who often pay a great deal of money for these little items. Unicorn Horn. Carved to resemble the horn of the legendary unicorn, this piece of ivory is enchanted to help protect against poison and disease. It is also capable of removing poison from the system of an inflicted individual. Slaver's Whip. Carried by the despised slave drivers, this sickly artifact is capable of taking control of the mind of humanoids, making them as the slave of the wielder. Then we get the Dalin's Grin. Created by Dalin in a fit of pique, these rather charming little grins are definitely not friendly. Once you pick one up, it latches itself onto you, depressing you to the point where everything is a little harder than it should be. Morden Glyph. Created by the necromancer Morden. This is a small disc with a rune carved on it. When the rune is traced with the fingers of the wearer, a nearby creature suffers as if touched by the undead. You have Dalin's Laugh, another of Dalin's coin-sized artifacts. The laugh is one of the more aggravating items that came out of his labs. This coin is capable of invoking a deadly form of mass paralysis on a crowd of enemies, but in all but the hands of an experienced mage, it casts at such a trivial level of magic that it often isn't worth the effort. Then we have Eric's +1 crayons. A puzzle that has long bothered sages. Who was Eric? And what in the name of heaven was he doing deep within the dungeon playing with crayons? Some speculate that Eric was the offspring of a minor deity that wandered off from his babysitter and left some of his crayons in the depths when he found a shiny toy. As far as anyone knows, creatures are worthless, other than as curios. There's the skeleton key. A large key with a skull on the end. This enchanted key is capable of opening multiple magically locked boxes or chests. We have Dalin's Tear. Created by Dalin in remorse for an adventurer slain, while laboring under the burden of dozens of Dalin's grins. This small coin with a crying face on it will protect the bearer from many deadly forms of attack. These ones are nice. We have Dalin's Groan. A small coin with the form of one who has heard too many cheesy jokes on it. Dalin's Groan is capable of doing great harm to any who would cause harm to the bearer. Then we have Dalin's Last Laugh, which is cursed. A sure sign of Dalin's madness. This small coin has the image of one laughing in torment engraved on both sides. Considered by many to be one of the more noxious cursed items that exist, some adventurers are known to prize this item. I like it. It's a good item. Journeyman's Key. Oh yeah, these ones are going to be on another time. These are all the miscellaneous ones. There's quite a lot of them. But, you know, it'll lead right into the spell books. So next time we'll go through all of these. It's going to be a very, very long video, unfortunately, but we'll do it. We'll finish this off. But yeah, that has been it for our storytelling this time. I hope you enjoyed, and y'all take care now. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye, y'all.